What's up, guys? Today we will be comparing the S23 Plus to the S26 Plus. Is it worth trading your S23 Plus in and paying that difference, or should you go with something else? Get a older flagship like the S24 Plus. We're going to be answering a few questions and just kind of going through everything here. So let's go ahead and get started here. As far as the design, we can see the design has not really changed that much. They're pretty much the same height, and as far as the weight goes, the S23 Plus is going to come in at a little bit heavier at 196 grams versus the 190 grams on the 26, but honestly they don't really feel that different. You have a matte finish on both, and you have an IP68 dust and water resistant rating on both. Clearly the biggest thing here that has honestly changed is going to be the camera design. We now just kind of have this little circle island thing around it. That's pretty much it. They like I said, they look pretty similar, and yeah, it's really not that different. I would also say one thing you'll notice holding the two phones is that the S26 Plus is a bit more squared off, as the S23 is a bit more curved. I think the S23 just feels a little bit smoother in the hand. Yeah, it's not as like boxed out, but both phones are pretty comfortable, and there's not like a big difference with the overall build quality. Like I said, you just get an updated design. It kind of depends on which design you like. What I did notice is that you have a glossy finish on the S23 Plus versus now the matte finish, which will stay a little bit cleaner, but again, most people will put a case on their phone anyway. But that is pretty much it for like the design and build quality. It has pretty much stayed the same. We do have an updated aluminum 2 frame on the S26 Plus versus the original aluminum frame, so it is a little bit tougher, the S26 Plus, but that is going to pretty much be it for the hardware differences. Alright, so what's the actual difference with the displays here? So the S23 Plus still has a pretty good panel. It's a 6.6 inch dynamic AMOLED screen, 120 Hz HDR10 Plus. It gets up to 1750 nits peak brightness, and it is a 1080p panel, and it is $393 for the PPI with the Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and we have about an 87% screen to body ratio. Now the S26 Plus has the dynamic AMOLED panel as well, and we also do have 120 Hz HDR10 Plus, and it has definitely a bit better of a screen to body ratio at 90%. So you guys can see the bezels are just a little bit slimmer on the S26 Plus here, but the S26 Plus, where you will actually see like a difference is when you kind of look up close. This phone has a 1440p display, and it has a little bit of a higher PPI at 516. So icons and text look a lot more clear on the S26 Plus. It is also again a bigger panel at 6.7 inches. And then we also do have the Victus 2 glass on here, so pretty much the same glass. So I would say where you will see an actual difference is up close. You'll see just better clarity. Things just look a little bit sharper, and also slightly slimmer bezels, but it's really not that big of a difference. And then also it is definitely brighter in direct sunlight. But I would say the display upgrade is definitely nice, but it's definitely not it's not gonna like blow you away. I think most people won't really notice the difference, because like I said, to really notice a difference you got to kind of look up close, and most people are at a distance like this when they look at their phone. So like I said, you won't notice too much of a difference with the panels here. Like I said, the biggest thing is probably the brightness is a lot better. Alright, so let's talk about the specs here, overall speed and performance. The S23 Plus is still impressively really fast and really smooth. So it has a 4-year software pledge, so it launched with Android 13. So that means Android 17/One UI 9 will be its last major OS update, and it'll go into security patch stages. We are running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 with 256 gigs of internal storage and 8 gigs of RAM. Now on the S26 Plus, of course, we're launching with Android 16, One UI 8.5, and this phone has the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor, 7 years of major OS updates, and then we also do have 256 gigs of internal storage and 12 gigs of RAM. So you guys can see the difference here in the single core and a pretty big difference here in the multi-core score as well too. If we also come into our 3D Mark test here, we will see we also get, you know, basically like double the performance pretty much. And so here's the thing, if you're not really doing, I would say like really like power user, really heavy stuff, maybe like a lot of video editing, maybe a lot of like playing emulators like GTA 5 emulators and stuff like that, it's really hard to justify this upgrade on a speed difference. You could try to justify the upgrade on a like software update basis, because this is on its last update after One UI 9. It won't be getting any more updates, so they just don't really feel that different. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is a really efficient processor, and you guys can see they pretty much are launching things in an identical way. So I think the days of you know, like the speed test and all that stuff, it's pretty much over, because the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 was you know, just really efficient. It's not overheating, it's not slow or anything like that. It still games really well, as we'll see. I'll pull up PUBG. But yeah, like, yeah, there a little bit of difference, maybe like a second or two difference, but this is not a difference that you'll notice at all, putting these two phones side by side. So I would say, as far as like upgrading for speed, no. The only way you could kind of justify this upgrade is more for software updates. But like I said, you can just get an S24 Plus and save significant amount of money. But if you don't want to do that, go in the used refurbished marketplace, then sure, you know, this update makes sense for sure. But you guys can see the overall animations are still really smooth on a S23 here. Now I will say this, while using the S26, I noticed this phone is very cool. Like, it never like really even gets warm. I've been struggling to really get this phone warm. And I'm not saying it can't. It's just like my regular use, how I would use a phone. This thing is like kind of difficult to get warm. So this processor is pretty impressive, as it just doesn't heat up. So like the S23, while it won't get hot or anything like that, this phone could definitely get a little bit warm, but it's not like I've never had performance issues. And like I said, they both play at 120 frames. They both do a really good job at gaming performance, for what I think like most people do, like Call of Duty, Genshin, you know, playing emulators. You definitely have an edge on the S26 Plus if you're playing like, you know, like I said, the GTA 5 emulators. If you just look up on YouTube, you'll see people like legit running GTA 5 pretty smoothly on their phone. But you know, overall, how normal people would use their phones, if you're kind of coming here an hour, 2 hours of gaming, you could definitely do that on the S23 Plus here. It's a pretty good performer. So I would say the difference is not that big. You would have to be, like I said, doing like, you know, some extreme type of stuff on your phone. Now I do want to talk about the software. So this is something that I figured that Samsung would do. So Galaxy AI. So we have our basic AI features. So we have our circle to search on both. We have our Gemini, of course, on both. And Samsung did bring the, you know, Galaxy AI features to the S23. We just don't have all of them. Like, they stopped, you know, they're not getting the same features as the new phones. So you guys can see you have a lot more features on the S26 Plus, and this will continue to be a you know, a thing down the lines through the software updates. And again, I'm not a big fan of the AI stuff. I don't really use it besides Gemini. But you do have some cool stuff in here that you may like for sure. So like stuff like the audio eraser, weather wallpaper, now brief. They now have the now nudge, which it basically gives you suggestions to get things done kind of quickly, organizes notifications, stuff like that. So I would say it depends, right? A lot of people, they might not even care about the AI stuff. So it really depends. But if you like AI, of course, newer phones are going to get more features, you know, down the line. All right, so I've been pretty curious about this. Will we notice a speaker difference? Let's go ahead. We're at max volume on both. Let's just make sure. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, so the only difference is that the S26 Plus is a little bit louder, but they legit sound exactly the same. Same bass performance, same clarity. The S26 legit just sounds a little bit louder for sure. So I mean that's a good thing, but I wouldn't say that's a crazy, crazy big upgrade. I would like to hear a little bit more bass on those low notes, a little bit of a fuller sound overall, but the speakers are very good on both of these phones. So I would say a small, I wouldn't even say upgrade, update for the speakers. They're just like a little bit louder for sure. Also things that also will feel extremely similar. The ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, very smooth on both of these phones. There's really not much they can do at this point. So super smooth. All right, so let's talk about the cameras. This is something that I was very curious about. Would the, enhanced AI with the new chip, will it be able to be better than the S23 Plus photos? I was pretty surprised, guys, but I'm just gonna let you guys look at the photos and videos. Let me know what you guys think here. But the reason I say that is because they've been recycling these same main cameras. So both have a 50 megapixel standard, both have a 10 megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical zoom. They still do the 30 times zoom, and we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide on both. We do have 8K 24 and 30 on both for the video, and we have a 12 megapixel selfie on both that shoots in 4K 60. Again, pretty much the same camera setup for a while now, but Samsung is leaning on the NPU and just the updated, image processing to get us better shots. Do you guys think these shots look better? As far as the battery specs go, again, we do have a bigger battery on the S26 Plus. We're at 4,900 milliamps versus the 4,700 milliamps on the S23 Plus here. The battery life has never been really bad on the S23 Plus. It's always had really good standby time. Would you get a little bit better screen on time on the S26 Plus? Of course, we have a more efficient chipset and a bigger battery. So yeah, you will get a bit more screen on time, but it doesn't look like it's going to be like crazy. I am going to do a battery drain test with these phones, but if you have pretty good battery life or you feel like you're getting still good screen on time on your S26, I don't think this will be a dramatic difference. Like I said, this phone still to this day, even with the battery degrade that it has, can get over 6 hours of screen on time for me as a user that's not gaming heavy. And again, this depends on what type of user you are if you're gaming heavy. But yeah, of course, this phone is going to get you better battery life for sure here. The charging speeds are pretty much the same. There are some a small improvements. So the S23 Plus has 45 watts. This has 45 watts on the S26. Where the difference is, we do have 20 watt charging on the S26 Plus, and it's Qi 2.2. And we also have reverse wireless charging. We only have just your regular Qi charging on the S23 Plus, and that is going to be 15 watts and 4.5 reverse wireless charging. So again, the only difference here is we went up a little bit in the wireless charging, but like barely, right? So I would say, guys, do I think this is an upgrade that you should make? I think absolutely not. I think if you're upgrading, I would wait it out for the S23 to at least get the One UI 9 update, the last major OS update. And I mean, even still after that, you can still use this phone. It'll get security updates. But if you're dead set on you want the new AI stuff and software, then I think it makes more sense to go with the S24 Plus. But if you don't want a new phone, or I mean, if you don't want like a used refurbished phone, this update is fine, but don't expect better cameras. I would say the display is for sure a little bit better for sure. Don't expect better performance unless you're like a real power user. The battery life, like I said, it's not really bad on the S23 Plus unless you got some pretty bad battery degrade. Yeah, I just don't see where the upgrade actually is. So what do you guys think?